All right, good morning, guys. So we just finished up on exponents, working with exponents, and we took our time with that because that's usually one of the harder things. Kids don't work with exponents a lot, so hopefully you guys know that if exponents pop up, then you will know what to do. If you're multiplying them, you just add the exponents together. Okay, if it has the same base. Now here, okay, before we get into some of that stuff, we're going to work on one-step equations. Okay, now everyone should have an idea of how to do this because we've done it all year. Okay, but this is a review. All right, so if you just got it really easy, that's awesome. Okay, it's perfect. All right, but we are going to go over everything to make sure everybody knows this. Okay, so we finished working on exponents, all right, in the order of operations. Now it's time to review one-step algebra equations. All right, and we're going to go up from one-step to two-step to multi-step. But the first thing we need to do is how to set up a one-step equation. All right, so you'll see right here I did a little example for you. The first thing we do is we draw a line. Okay, so I'm just going to do it over here, and I'm going to do these middle problems. We draw a line, and this separates the two sides of the equal sign. Now, if the equal sign is over here, okay, we draw a line wherever the equal sign is, and that separates the two sides. All right, now I talk a lot about grumpy X, right? And it could be grumpy J, grumpy N, whatever letter. These letters are called variables, okay, in algebra. And that's because we don't really know what they are, but we're going to solve for them right now. Now, variables hate to have other numbers on the same side as them. They want to be alone. They're grumpy, okay? So our whole goal here is to get rid of plus 9. Okay, over here my goal is to get rid of minus 9. Okay, and the way you do that is you take the exact opposite of minus 9. The exact opposite is plus 9. Okay, so minus 9 and plus 9, they cancel out. Now if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. So now I have to plus 9 to 4 because I plus 9 to this. Okay, so I cancel these out and my J drops down here. Okay, and then here I've got 4 plus 9. When I do this in my calculator, it's 13. And guess what? J equals 13. All right. So what are some important takeaways? Draw a line to separate sides. Cancel out using the opposite. If you do it to one side, you do the exact same to the other. Drop down your letter. Do your math. Okay. J equals 13. Let's try it over here. Okay. I have to get rid of plus 9. So the opposite of plus is minus, okay? And it's got to be the opposite, so it's minus 9. That's going to make these cancel out, okay? All right, now over here, I did minus 9 there. I need to minus 9 here, okay? All right, my n drops down to here, okay? My n drops down all alone because these guys cancel it out, okay? Now 12 minus 9, when I do that in my calculator, I find out that it is 3. So for this one, n equals 3. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go over the problems in the middle. Okay? This means that these one on the left and on the right, okay, you guys get to do yourselves. Okay? So you guys get to do these yourselves, and the answers are in the answer key that was included in the packet. Okay? So, let's do this one. Now here you see the equal sign's not always going to be on the right. Here the equal sign's on the left. So I draw my line, and I've now separated these. Okay? Now W still wants to be alone, so I need to get rid of plus 6. To get rid of plus 6, I have to take the opposite. The opposite of plus 6 is minus 6. Okay? Alright, so that cancels those guys out, and the W drops down. See, it's just like over here. It's just on this side now. Okay? Now if I do it to one side, minus 6, I have to do it to the other side. 12 minus 6, I know that 12 is actually double 6, so if I take away 1 6, I have 1 6 left, and W equals 6. Okay? Does everyone see how that works? Okay, I found out what W equals. Now if I want to check this, I can go back and see, look, if W is 6, then this is 6 plus 6 equals 12. That's right. Okay? If n is 3, then n plus 9 equals 12. That's right. If J is 13, 13 minus 9 equals 4. You can do the plug and check method if you're not sure if you quite have the right answer. and that's you plug the number you found in for the letter you're finding. Okay? If you have the right answer, the equation should work. All right, here, we're getting rid of 15. The way we get rid of minus 15 is with a plus. Okay, so plus 15. Okay, oh, and I forgot my line that shows me I have two different sides here. These cancel out. Over here, I do the same. 14 plus 15, okay? I can add up these 10s, okay? That makes a 20, and 4 plus 5, that makes 9, 29. Okay, all I have to do is drop down my W, okay? Whoop. And you don't always have to draw this line down here. I just kind of do it to show you guys where that W is coming from, okay? But W equals 29. If I plug this in, 29 minus 15, it works. All right, E really wants to get rid of this minus 15. We do that with a plus 15, okay? All right, so I do it to one side, I do it to the other. These guys cancel out. I know 6 plus 15 is 21. And guess what? E equals 21. Pretty cool, right? Now, what's important to know is we always do the opposite, okay? So right now, I made this worksheet so it's plus and minus. It's addition and subtraction, okay? We're going to do it where you might have a divided by or multiply by. The opposite of multiply is divide. The opposite of divide is multiply. Okay, and we'll get to that after this. Okay, but right now I want you to focus on learning addition and subtraction like the back of your hand. Our goal here is mastery. Not just can you get through it, but are you 100% good with it? Okay? All right. So, n minus 4 equals 6. We need to get rid of this minus 4, so we do the opposite, which is plus 4. Okay, equals. We'll cancel that out. All right. Over here, we have to do the same thing. Oh, draw my line here. Okay, plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. All right, and I drop my n down, so n equals 10. That is the answer for today. All right, so you try these by yourself. Okay, if you get them right, great. All right, we're solving for the variable. We are doing the opposite, right? The opposite operation. Okay, if you need any help, you can go back and look at this one. Okay, there are answers if you want to check yourself, but try using the plug and check method where you plug your answer in for the letter. Okay, plug the answer in for the letter. Try it over here. After you find M, okay, plug it in for M. See if whatever you find plus 9 really does equal 23. Okay, have a great day, guys. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at perimeter and area of a triangle. So you've done them both separately. Now it's time to put them together. Make sure we don't get them confused with each other. All right. Now the perimeter's one of the easier ones, so we're going to start with perimeter. Okay, and I'm going to do this middle row. Okay, and I'm going to leave these outside rows for you guys to do yourselves. Okay, every sheet comes with an answer sheet, so if you need to check it, you can. But I'm going to do these middle ones to show you the steps, and then you guys can do these by yourselves. Let's get started. So perimeter is the area around, okay? Remember, area is the space inside. Perimeter is the distance around. So to find that, we need to add up all 3 of these sides, okay? So in my calculator, I'll take 6 plus 3. That gives me 15. So my perimeter is 15 centimeters. Okay, now look, I didn't pay attention to this middle one, okay, because I don't need that for perimeter. This is inside of the triangle. It's the height, okay? And also, it's not centimeters squared because it's perimeter. It's just centimeters. All right, now, area is base times height divided by 2. Remember, that is the formula for area of a triangle, okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, the base is 3, that's the bottom side, and then the height is 6? That would be wrong. See how this is slanted? It doesn't tell you really how high this is, okay? All right, what line does tell us the height is this middle line. It has to be straight up and down with the base, okay? It needs to be perpendicular. It has to be a 90-degree angle. Okay, so right here we have the height is 5 centimeters. So that means we take 3 times 5, base times height, okay? And then we're going to divide it by 2. 3 times 5, when I put that in the calculator, is 15, okay? So I've got 15, and then remember, I need to divide it by 2, okay? So I'm not done yet. I take my 15 right here in the calculator. I'm going to divide by 2. That's going to give me 7.5. Okay, so my area here is 7.5 centimeters squared. Now, notice how for area this time, I did centimeters squared. Okay? Alright, that's because we're talking about square units inside of this triangle. Perimeter, distance around, you add up the sides. Area, base times height, divided by 2. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now this one's nice and up and down height. We'll notice here the height is not up and down, but it is perpendicular. It has a 90-degree angle with our base. Our base is 4. First thing we need to do is perimeter. Okay, add up these sides. I know 5 plus 5, it'll be 5 plus 5 plus 4. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 equals 14. So my perimeter is 14 centimeters. Not squared, just regular old centimeters. Now, my base times height would be 4 times 4. Okay, and then we're going to divide that by 2. 4 times 4, I know that's 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 2, when I put that in my calculator, 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So my area for this triangle is 8 centimeters squared. Okay? Everyone see that? 8 centimeters squared. Alright. Last one we're going to do for today. Alright, and this is a good one to do because it's going to show you that the height is not always found inside of the triangle. Sometimes to get a really straight up and down height to the top of the triangle, it has to be outside. Okay, so this up and down, you see this 90 degrees is outside of the triangle, but it shows you the distance from this base to the top point of the triangle. Okay, so that is the height. Okay, that's what we're looking for there. First thing we need to do is perimeter. We need the sides of the triangle, 6, 6, and 8. Okay, 6 plus 6 plus 8. Remember, when we're doing perimeter, it's all adding, it's plussing. Okay. Alright, area is where we multiply. 6 plus 6 I know is 12. 12 plus 8 makes it even 20. Okay, so 20 centimeters. Okay, you see all I did was I added up these sides to find the perimeter. Alright, add up these sides. Don't worry about this height. This dotted line is not a side, it is the height. Now we do worry about it with area. My base here is 6, okay? Alright, you don't have to include this little part. That's not part of the triangle. The base is just 6, okay? The height is this dotted line here, which is 5. So 6 times 5, that equals 30, okay? And then we need to divide it by 2. Once I put this in my calculator, I find out that it is 15 centimeters squared. So as you go through the rest of these problems, remember, perimeter, adding up the sides. Area, base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. Base times height divided by 2. Alright, go ahead and try the rest of these, guys. Hope you have a good time. Hey guys, it's Mr. Alt. Did you enjoy that video? You finished your work for the day and wish there was just something else you could do? Our Microsoft Teams page, available on your computer or on your phone or tablet, and come to the left and click Enrichment Opportunities, and there's lots of extra things here for acting, art, science, history. You'll see our Jeopardy games, lots of fun stuff to do if you finished your work for the day. It's extra, so it's not mandatory, but it is there for you. Okay, Enrichment Opportunities under Mr. Alt's class. Have a good one!